Screaming Geek Media here. I am Jerry the Geek. Back as promised, I finally getting back to doing some reviews. I got a review of the 4K of Crawl. But before we get into that, if you like physical media, if you like 4Ks, Blu-rays, even DVDs, I don't discriminate. Check out my other videos because I do reviews, unboxings, collection updates, different discussions. Check that stuff out. Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn your bell notifications on. So I know I keep talking about my content's been lacking because I've been binge watching a Supernatural TV series, and so I'm trying to take a break from that and get back into doing some movies. And I just watched this movie over the weekend, and I wanted to get a review up for it because I really like the movie. But we're going to talk about the 4K of Crawl. The movie came out in 2019. You got I'm probably butcher this name, Kaya Scodelario and Barry Pepper, which going into it, I didn't know Barry Pepper was in it. I always like him. He's a really good actor. And also directed by Alexandra Aja. Now, the movie itself, I wasn't expecting a whole lot. I just figured it'd probably be some cheesy, bad, low budget crap horror movie, trying to, be an alligator, all that. But I was pleasantly surprised. I really enjoyed this movie. I watched that night, sent my wife into a different room, and so I watched it, had it to myself, and turned the lights out. And that's the best way to watch a horror movie, is to try to really get sucked into the atmosphere. And this really did. Like I said, I really enjoyed this. And there was a couple of spots that actually startled me because, nowadays there's so many of us when we watch a horror movie. Those scary spots, it seems like they always do like a setup. Like you'll have, certain camera angles and they'll go quiet and the, movement of the characters. So a lot of times you anticipate things happening. And there was two spots in this movie that I'm not going to say where they're at, but it did kind of jumped a little bit because it was just things were happening and you didn't expect. All of a sudden, bam! I was like, wow, that was pretty cool. But it takes place in Florida, basically in the middle of a Category 5 hurricane, and the character, she's a swimmer, and she goes to check up on her father, and then basically they're trapped down in a crawl space under the house, and end up, there's alligators down there, and all of a sudden it starts flooding. So, again, I really love this movie. I thought it was very good. And looking up information on this on the movie database, I found a kind of interesting tidbit out there to read off to you. It says, early in the film, Dave's truck, his license plate says Matt 725. You can see it outside the garage door during the hurricane. And, of course, in Matthew 7:25 in the Bible reads, "The rain came down, the streams rose, the winds blew and beat against that house, yet it did not fall because it had a foundation on the rock." So I thought what was pretty cool, they take a Bible quote, verse, and a kind of play homage to it and put that into the movie on a license plate. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now, this 4K comes from Paramount and came out in 2022. The movie was filmed completely in digital. Does have a 4K digital intermediate, HDR10, and Dolby Vision. And as expected, being a movie filmed in digital, this looks flawless from beginning to end. This is a very impressive looking movie. All the colors seem very natural, well saturated without being too overdone. And they definitely, they do stand out against, has a high contrast against the different backgrounds. Especially some of the outdoor scenes when she arrives to one scene where all the evacuating is going on, and she's talking to a couple of the first responders, and they got their yellow rain gear on, and those outdoor shots, and that just stands out against the overcast, the clouds of the hurricane itself, and her red, truck. Look, like I said, it just looks really good. The blues of the underwater scenes at the beginning when she's swimming, that is so well done. Rain textures, again, the skins look very natural, dirt and the mud. especially on her father when she finds him and he's, being stuck down in the crawl space and his crap all over his face. That looks very good. Shadows very well done. The details of the merchandise inside the one story where it's being looted. The lighting when they're down in a crawl space, everything is so well done. This is where, the HDR really brings that out and lets you see everything. And also at the same time, you see the darkness and, you not see it or you're not supposed to. So again, from beginning to end, this is an incredible transfer. Now, as far as a Blu-ray comparison, there is none because this does not come with a Blu-ray, but one is available if you want to buy. We'll get to that later. But as far as the audio goes, this comes with a DTS HD Master Audio 7.1. Now, I'm still stuck, I'm still rocking a 5.0 system, so I can't, talk about the extra speakers, but even that, just the 5 speakers alone, it is an incredible track. And, very immersive. Everything's well balanced. The channel separation is there. You can hear things come from different speakers. Clear dialogue throughout. A lot of subtle sounds as well. The rain falling, some of the echoes down, everything down inside the crawl space. And even the one scene where you can kind of hear their little radio. It's off in a distance. You can just faintly hear it, but it's there. So that's kind of cool that where normally you probably wouldn't hear that. So impressive audio track overall. Now for the packaging, there's a standard keep case here. This does come with a slip cover. I don't know if they're still available or not. I got this part of the Paramount Scares set, and I had a limited edition slip cover, so that's put back in a box. I'm not leaving that on the shelf with the movie. But you can see here standard everything, and we'll get to the digital code later. Just standard 4K, again, no Blu-ray, nothing fancy as far as artwork goes. Before I get into the bonus, here's a picture of the digital code you can check out. Hit the pause button and jot down the numbers and, check out the movie for yourself. Now, as far as the bonus features go, we have a motion comic of alternate opening. We got Beneath Crawl, Category 5 Gators, the effects of Crawl, deleted and extended scenes, alligator attacks. So I watched some of it. It's got some pretty, behind the scenes documentary, pretty good. It's got some pretty cool stuff there. So to wrap it up, incredible job here on a 4K. Again, being filmed in digital is, flawless. It's what you would expect for being a digital movie. That being said, it'll be up to you if you have to have a 4K. But I would imagine the Blu-ray looks pretty damn good, almost as good as a 4K, being all digital. So it depends on if you want to save the money. If you if you don't need the 4K, the Blu-ray is selling for $12.99 and a 4K is selling for $19.99. Now, if you're interested in that Paramount Scares set, which I did an unboxing, you can check that out. It comes with 5 movies. It's actually still selling for $81.80 at the moment. So if it's something you're interested in, that's a pretty decent deal. I think I pulled the trigger when it dropped down to $75. So getting 5 movies on 4K for $82. Plus it's got a magazine. Has some other stuff in it. Like I said, check out the unboxing, see everything that's in it. But unfortunately, most of the movies in a set, I think of the 5 movies, 4 of them were already available. So if you have those, it'd probably be a waste of money getting a set. But if you don't have any of those movies in that set, I would recommend getting that. But anyways, this is a great movie overall. And regardless if you get Blu-ray or 4K, I would recommend picking this up. It is such a fun movie, good story. It's got a great story in, the relationship between a father and daughter. And of course, they got the hurricane and the alligators on top of that. And how they're trying to, get by and save themselves. So that pretty much does it for my look at the 4K of Crawl. Please comment below, let me know what you think, if you've seen this or not, or if you have any of the other movies in that set. Or if you've been on the fence about it because, thinking, You might think it's a cheesy alligator movie like I originally thought, but yeah, I really enjoyed this. It was really good. Again, I'd recommend picking this up. Check out my other videos on my channel. Like, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and we'll see you soon. Geek out.